Hi everybody, my name is Nick. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. Typically on Fridays I do a toy commercial commentary, but instead today I'm going to be doing a first impression and review of the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. This is going to be equally as fun, I promise. And for all you toy commercial fans, I will make it up to you. Let me know in the comments below that you forgive me for this lapse in format, and I promise to eat something weird in my next video. Yes, you're not gonna want to miss that, so give me a thumbs up if you're excited to see me eat something weird, and if you haven't already, click subscribe so that you don't miss that probably weird event. If you don't forgive me, then I will stab myself in the face on camera, and it will be all your fault. Ball's in your court, sicko. This video was inspired by Junior Singh, who got in touch with me on Instagram. We talked about how he liked my makeup videos and asked me to do another one. This is for you. If you saw my Walgreens haul video, then you saw when I picked this up. It caught my eye because it was clearly meant to be a dupe for the Kat Von D foundation. I could tell because the model in the photo was basically a discount Kat Von D without the facial tattoos, and one of the pictures actually showed this foundation covering up a tattoo, which obviously brings to mind Kat Von D's tattoo concealer. Personally, I am always curious, or maybe just a little skeptical, of any drugstore product that claims to be full coverage. Unfortunately, so many of them just don't have the pigmentation to actually call themselves that. That has changed a lot in recent years, and L'Oreal is one of my favorite brands ever. I used to work for YSL, which is under the L'Oreal umbrella, so I've always kind of trusted L'Oreal formulations, whether it's high-end or drugstore iterations of that. But before I slap any of this on my face, which as you can see in this close-up is completely bare, I'm going to put on my sexiest, most alluring ingenue voice to read you what it says about this foundation from the L'Oreal website. This is my sexy voice. Get up to 24 hours of full coverage with a lightweight feel and a natural finish. Infallible Total Cover Foundation blends instantly to cover dark spots, blemishes, scars, and hyperpigmentation for a flawless complexion. The full coverage foundation is formulated with a high-load pigments for total coverage and is enriched with allogels. The formula glides on and feels fresh all day. It will create the perfect canvas for flawless makeup application. Okay, so a lot of big claims in there. For instance, high-load pigments. What does that mean? You made up a word, L'Oreal. Also, allogel, you don't care to explain to me what that is? I know that L'Oreal started including algae-based ingredients in some of their other foundations, so that's probably what this is. It says for best results to apply this with the Infallible Blend Artist, which as you can see, is basically a beauty blender knockoff. But I'm just going to be applying it with my regular, real-ass beauty blender. So I'm obviously gonna try this out on my face, and also I'm gonna try and cover this tattoo with it. In the copy there, it only mentioned covering scarring and hyperpigmentation, but it mentioned nothing about tattoos like the picture indicated, so we'll see if that's even really a substantiated claim. Let me shake this guy up. It sounds like it has a pretty creamy consistency. I don't mean to brag, but I'm sort of a genius when it comes to picking out foundation shades. So my best guess was 306 Buff Beige. The packaging is nothing crazy on this, it's just a squeeze tube with the kind of precision tip there, so let's get some of the product onto my hands. Looks like a pretty good match to me. It does have a very creamy formula. You can see it actually holds its shape, so it's a lot like, you know, a rich BB cream. It feels emollient. So I'm gonna start with just that amount and applying it all over my face. We'll see what it looks like. I'm guessing I'll probably need to do at least a second layer if that's all I'm putting on. There you can see I've blended it onto one half of my face, this side over here, and it does have like a very natural finish to it, and yeah, the coverage is very even. I have a lot of scarring on the cheek area here, pretty much neutralize all of the hyperpigmentation there. So far, I'm very happy with this foundation. I don't actually wear like a proper foundation on a day-to-day basis, but I figure it's always a good thing to have a full coverage option in my arsenal. I think everybody should have at least the tools available to themselves to look their best no matter what the situation. Man or woman, I don't need to get into the gender politics of makeup, but I feel like there's nothing wrong, especially if you're a performer who's on camera, having your makeup game down. There's no shame in it. I see men on TV who have shiny faces, and it's like, if you weren't too masculine to just let your girlfriend put some powder on your face, you wouldn't look like such a sweaty ass on the news right now. But anyway, let me get down from my soapbox and do the second half of my face. As you can see, I have some more pronounced hyperpigmentation on this half of the face from a zit that I had a couple weeks ago, so I'm excited to see how this foundation covers all of that. Ta-da! Disappeared. This is a good foundation. Here's something that I had to figure out for myself as a man wearing makeup with facial hair, because there was not a lot of information on this on the internet when I started putting makeup on. How does one blend foundation around or into their facial hair? So I just apply it all over the area like this, and then I just take a clean spoolie brush and comb through the facial hair. That will help take off some of the excess. So there's a little tip for you men out there who wear foundation. So there's just one thin layer of the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation, and I'm very happy with it. I mean, you can see where that red mark was. You can still kind of see it, but it is for the most part completely covered. It really melts into the texture of the skin quite nicely so that it's not sitting on top and looking masky. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try to build the coverage on the spots that I said before needed it to see how I can maximize the coverage on any problem areas. Ta-da! To me, on camera, that just looks like regular, healthy, clear skin. They claimed that this would cover my tattoo. Do you think it will? Let's find out. First of all, my arm is not the same color as my face, so it looks a little orange, but it is doing a surprisingly good job at covering the tattoo in one go. If I were to use a concealer and then this foundation, I would probably be able to get rid of it. But will it cover a tattoo on its own? Not according to this test. Still, doesn't negate the fact that this foundation is otherwise very high quality. It cost me about $12 and I really, really like it. It looks great. So now that I've accomplished my natural look, why don't we add a couple extra products in just to give me a full glam? What do you say? I'm going to add in some bronzer and contour, because why wouldn't I? There are my contour lines. Let's blend it out. Blend until the sun comes up, 'cause we're trying to make my face look better. Trying to make my face look better. Now that we got some contour going there, look at me, so chiseled. Let's try some blush, yeah? This is the YSL Kissin' Blush, which is actually a cream blush and lip stain, and this is a corally kind of color. So I'm just going to take it on my YSL flat foundation brush, and I use that in an upward motion to kind of sculpt my cheekbones and just give a soft wash of color to the cheeks. I know in my last video I showed you how I fill in my brows with a pencil, so now I'm going to show you how I would fill in my brows using just like a brow pomade. In this case, it's the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, which is highly pigmented. I bet you weren't expecting a double first impressions, but I got these NudeStix from my mother for Christmas. These are actually sold on QVC. They're called Magnetic Eye Colors, and I think the magnetic refers to the fact that they're like very waterproof. I'm gonna just take the metallic color called Angel, which is sort of like a rose gold or light bronze, and I'm just gonna wash that across the eyelids. I love it. It also came with this matte kind of taupe color called Taupe. Nailed it! So I'm just gonna use that in the crease and then drag it around the bottom waterline for a little bit of depth, a little bit of depth, a little bit of depth and dimension, yeah. What kind of makeup routine do you guys have every day? Do you wear makeup? Do you just like watching people put on makeup? I'm curious to know. So we're moving right along, except I just went in the other room and looked at this, and I don't know if you can quite see it here, but this foundation is a little too shiny for me without any powder, which really doesn't have anything to do with the foundation. I just have very oily skin. So I'm gonna go in with my YSL Radiant Powder, and I'm just gonna go in and powder the center of the face, basically. The garbage men are here. I do like the way these NudeStix look on the eyes when you want a little bit of sheen that doesn't draw too much attention to itself, but I think a lighter shade under the eyes, I'm gonna use like a really ivory concealer from e.l.f. that I've never used before, just to kind of set off under the eyes. So when you're applying concealer, always drag it in an upward motion like that. Follow the height of your cheekbones. That'll help lift everything in the face. Now I'm just gonna take like a banana colored powder. It's also from NYX. It's from their corrector powder line. and set my under eyes with that, which I'm going to let bake. Also, I feel like I could do a little something to make the blush pop. So I'm gonna take a powder blush, a little bit lighter than the cream blush that I put on, in this case, from this e.l.f. blush palette, which you can see I've only dragged my finger through once. There we go, much better. Now, I'm just going to start peeling back the layers, basically, which means getting rid of this baking powder. I, of course, always need to apply some of my Artist Couture highlighting powder in the shade Yas, because I love the name and I love this powder. It gives such an amazing glow. I'm just gonna take it on my fan brush. So f***ing highlighted for days. Oof, I love it. Looking really good over here so far. Now I'm just going to do some liquid liner on the eyes. I have this Ico Skinny liner marker pencil, whatever. Do you see how just adding eyeliner to the top helps open up your eyes so much? Such an understated thing. I say, why not use a purple or a blue mascara? I like the way it makes my brown eyes look, and it's like a trend from the 80s that I think should be brought back. I would recommend wearing only the colored shade on the bottom. So I'm putting this blue on the bottom, and then I'm doing just a traditional black on the top. So this is the Baby Doll mascara from YSL, which is designed to help separate and define each lash. Now I'm gonna go in with the blue mascara, which, as you can see, is sort of like a dark navy color. Using a black mascara on the top and a colored mascara on the bottom is a great way to help open your eyes as well. And then to the tops of my top lashes as well, just at the tips. That way people will get like just a glimmer of the color as I blink. Okay, so as you can see, that's the blue mascara on the bottom of this eye. You can't really tell if this is a blue mascara upon first glance, but I think it does add a little something. It's all about the details. That's what I love about makeup, that things don't necessarily need to be noticed in order to be effective. My sort of signature look for any eye makeup is always a gold eyeliner on the inner rim. That's essentially the same thing as using a white eyeliner or a nude shade on the inner rim to help open up your eyes and make you look more awake. But I think that using like a metallic gold, like this one from L'Oreal, just really helps catch the light on those inner rims and give a little glint to your eye that you wouldn't otherwise have. See? You can see it really well right there. And sometimes it's cool if I'm not wearing anything, just to throw on some gold eyeliner. It gives you stars in your eyes, and everybody wants to have stars in their eyes. This all looks really great and rather pretty, but what if we just like bump up the fierce factor with some gray lipstick? This is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick in the shade Stone Fox, and I've never had a chance to really use it, so this will be fun. Ooh la la. As you can see, it's a very cool toned gray with like some visible blue in it, and that always helps because it'll make your teeth look whiter. Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I'm very happy with the way this foundation works. It's actually pretty incredible in terms of coverage. I love the finish and the amount that you need to use. It also feels, as promised, very weightless. I'm very happy to report all of this because, as I said, L'Oreal has always been my favorite brand for makeup, and they're keeping it up with some good products. So if you like full coverage foundations and you're tired of spending high-end prices on them, I would definitely check out this range from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I definitely like this product and I would use it on other people. Also, let me know what you guys think about this makeup look. I feel like it's pretty fierce with this gray lipstick. I am a Stone Fox. Stone Fox. Thank you guys so much for joining me while I try out this new product and put even more stuff on my face. Thanks again to Junior Singh on Instagram for inspiring me to do this look. If you want to see more of me, you can follow me on social media. I update those accounts every day. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you want to see even more makeup videos like this. And don't forget, comment below if you want to see me eat something weird in my next video. That should be fun. If you've never seen me before in your life, I hope you'll click that subscribe button, which is my face over here, or that button down below. That way you won't have to go looking for my new videos when I upload them every single week. Thank you guys again. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I'll see you next time. This video was... Ooh, spat everywhere. I just spit all over everything. Do I look crazy to you?